Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, March 14th, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES, which you'll see right here. It's a very clear uptrending market right now. The recent bounce last Friday led to a nice continuation throughout the week so far, and right now price is holding above the previous month's high and above the early highs, or right at the early highs of the month. So this is very, very bullish here, but this is also a decision point for the market. Obviously, any rejection of this high would suggest that prices will come all the way back down to this pivot low. If prices were to maintain acceptance above this high, then we see a continuation higher. This market has been very bullish. Again, the biggest pullback we've seen at all this year was last week, and we've seen a rally that has taken us even further or farther beyond that previous high. So this thing has been just as bullish, if not more, on the upside on the recent move. So again, still uptrending behavior. We could, if prices don't really find acceptance above 28.20 soon, we could pull back to this low and just stay in the range. So it doesn't have to necessarily fall off and continue far downward, but it does usually lead to a return to this low. So again, we're going to watch this high right here and see how price continues to respond. Perhaps bulls want to keep the previous close bid for a continuation toward 28.78.5. All right, let's take a look now at the NQ. You'll see here with the NQ, you get a much more bullish response than the ES here. Very, very bullish, well beyond the previous highs, and now holding well above those highs. Very narrow day for both the NQ and the ES, both trading 40+% of ADR. The NQ is trading 42% of average range, ES trading 45% of average range. Again, could be another digestive type of day before we see more strength. Any failed new lows, for example, in the upcoming day, could be very, very bullish as well, as this market continues to experience the uptrend. Again, right now, as long as price holds above that 72.14.5, this thing remains quite bullish, and any pullback to it or even below it could still be a great buying opportunity. So this market remains bullish here, even if today may become a digestive day. All right, here taking a look at crude oil. You'll see here crude oil has been very, very strong. Again, the Friday low last Friday led to a very solid upswing here so far this week. The top of the range here has been about 58s, and that had been defended really well. And then even last week, 57s defended really, really well, until we started to see this thing push above in the previous session, and then price pushed through 58s, eventually getting as high as about 58.5. Big time continuation. Now you're seeing a digestive day. It could be a nice trading range day where we see fades at the edges of the day throughout the session. So I would say if this thing drops down below 58, it could be a fade back up. If it comes up here above current highs of the day, 58.70, 58.75, perhaps it could be a fade back down. Two-way trade until proven otherwise with an upward bias. Tomorrow, any failed new low could be a great buying opportunity, very similar to some of the other markets. Lastly, let's take a look here at gold futures. You'll see here with gold, this one had a very nice bounce going. Hit our 1310 target, the initial target, but we had moved it up as well to 1315 for the next swing move up, likely to be hit today. But today we've seen the previous low taken out. At the moment, price is below the previous week's close, and at currently speaking, there's a little bit of a failed new low developing below that low. So if price starts to pop back above, say, 12.99s, that could suggest that this thing could be developing a failed low. If we close above 13s, that would be bullish, and it could be another swing move coming. So this is going to be the key zone to watch. It's the 1300 to 1299 zone. Getting back above that zone would suggest some strength. Failure to get back up above it, or bouncing off 1300, opens up more weakness, perhaps back down to 1287.60. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I will see you in the trading room.